Both great pairs in my opinion, lots of similarities. I like that it's not a copy and paste of one another. I like that there are some differences, so it does, you know, give you a bit of choice. But I found it interesting that Hello, and welcome to another episode of MicroSchopes. Today we shall be comparing the Dunk Premium to the Air Force One Premium. Obviously, the sizes are different. I was supposed to get a half size bigger in this one, but it is what it is. We'll work with what we have. So let's take a look at the shoes themselves. Obviously, you know that the boxes are different. A black box for the Air Force One and a regular red box for the Dunk. Very, very nice. Purchase links for both pairs in the description. And let's start from the soles up. So for the Dunk, we have a gum outsole, whereas on the Air Force, we have a sail outsole. The midsoles, as you can see, are very similar, sail on both, but on the Air Force One, we have the midsole stitch, which is in that ale brown, very, very nice. Whereas on the Dunk, it is a tonal stitch of sail again, matching that midsole. And then there are some slight differences, as you can see, to the uppers. So for the uppers, obviously both exude those quality materials. So most of the materials are the same, but it's the placements which are different. If we start from around the toe, on both pairs, you'll see that we have tweed around the toe. Very, very nice material right here. The colors that are in this brown tweed are exceptional. There's little specks of every kind of color in there, just woven in, very, very nice. The toe boxes, however, are quite different. You'll see on the Dunk, we have a navy blue corduroy tongue, very, very nice. Whereas on the Air Force One, we have an ale brown corduroy tongue. So the material's the same, but the color is different. Going up the shoe, we also see another difference. We see that tweed return for the eye stay on the Dunk, whereas on the Air Force One, we have midnight navy wool. This midnight navy wool is only present on the Air Force One. It's nowhere to be seen on the Dunk. Both shoes, however, have eyelets which are embroidered. So you'll see that they're brown on this pair right here, the Dunk, matching that tweed. Whereas on the Air Force One, it's tonal again, but it's in that midnight navy blue. Continuing up the shoe, obviously, we only have a doubre on the Air Force One. You do not get doubres on the Dunks, and both laces are the same. Nice sail laces, textured as well, very, very nice. Another similarity is the tongue. So the tongue on both pairs are midnight navy corduroy, and the tongue tabs match as well. Obviously the Nike Air present on the Air Force One, whereas it's just the Nike on the Dunk. And both patches right there with zigzag stitching on the side. We see some more differences on the mid portions. So for the Dunk, you see that we have that blue corduroy return again, which we've seen previously on the toe box for the mid panel. And then on the Air Force One, we see the introduction of the white and brown houndstooth. So this panel right here is not featured anywhere else on the Air Force One. It's just here on this mid portion. However, similarities return again when it comes to the swooshes. As you can see, both swooshes are in that ale brown corduroy material. The foxing of both pairs are quite different. As you can see on the Dunk, we do have that houndstooth, which we've previously seen on the mid portion of the Air Force One, right on the foxing portion on the rear. And we have a collar as well of that blue corduroy right at the top. Whereas on the Air Force One, it is just blue wool. So navy blue wool right here on the foxing. And remember, this navy blue wool is only native to the Air Force One. It does not feature anywhere on the Dunk. We return to similarities for the heel tab, where we have ale brown wool and we have the Nike and Nike Air for the Dunk and the Air Force One respectively in sail, both of which are embroidered. Continuing with the same formula, both of the sock liners, insoles match right here Obviously that ribbed sock liner is native to both pairs in that midnight navy, and the insole as well just matches perfectly. Midnight navy and sail detailing for the Nike Air. Both great pairs in my opinion, lots of similarities and there are some differences to them as well. I like that it's not a copy and paste of one another. I like that there are some differences, so it does, you know, give you a bit of choice. Let's see how both of these pairs look on feet. And with all that being said, I give the Dunk an 8 out of 10 and I give the Air Force One a 9 out of 10. Not really to do with Air Force One bias or anything like that. Obviously, you know the pairs that I like, but it's the fact of the color blocking. I think that the Dunk has a little bit too much blue for my preference. I like the variation a bit more on the Air Force One. That houndstooth panel right there really breaks up the shoe, and I like the tone of the blue wool. I think it's a really nice sort of even ground for the shoe, and it just works, functions nicely. Whereas with this one, there's a lot going on this mid portion right here, the two corduroys. Although I like that they're going in different ways, but it's a little bit busy. Remember, purchase links for both in the description. It's interesting to see both shoes right there. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I've been Schopes. Thank you for watching this episode. It's always appreciated, your support and everything like that. Take a look at this episode of MicroSchopes right here. I've been Schopes, signing out. See ya.